Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to do a different kind of a video, actually. We're going to talk about things we like.
Yeah, we had planned this. We're going to talk about things we like. But before we get into that part about what we liked.
Yeah, we were going to originally talk about, how 2021 didn't completely suck. And this news broke literally.
Then 2021 has to swing back.
Literally minutes before recording that Betty White passed away shy of her 100th birthday. In fact, People magazine just dropped an issue dedicated to her 100th birthday, and that was her last tweet just a couple of days ago. Everybody was looking forward to Betty White turning 100, but no, it's 2021. Mm-hmm. Can't have that. So definitely rest in peace, Betty White. Hopefully this isn't a bad omen for 2022.
Yeah.
Very, very sad.
People were really excited about her having her 100th birthday, too.
Yeah. She was the last of the Golden Girls, and very sad news. So that happened right before the video, and I thought, well, since we're going to talk about bad stuff, we'll just rip the Band-Aid off. T. Mark Taylor, who was the designer of Masters of the Universe, passed away, 80 years old. This was a couple of days ago, last week, I think.
There's a bunch of people.
Yeah, it was horrible. There were a lot of huge losses in the last couple of weeks of
this year in general. Yeah.
So he passed away. Surprisingly, the guy who was the showrunner for Transformers Animated, Derek J. Wyatt, passed away. And I followed him on Twitter for a number of years. I like Transformers Animated. He was only 49, and there's no cause of death yet. Again, this is very sad. And this was December 26th as well. And, unfortunately, we've lost a lot of people this year. We're not going to go through everybody we've lost, but we thought, well, the positive stuff we wanted to talk about.
Right. And I just want to say real quick, too, that I lost my best friend who got killed by a drunk driver years ago. Her mom passed away the other day, too.
Yeah. Anyway, the point of this video, the original point of this video, a lot of people say that we are overly negative, and I don't think it's true. If you actually look through our videos, a lot of times you will find that we are, do sing the praises of some shows.
And even we often say, to be fair, and then we give positive things too. Even the She-Ra show I gave positives for.
Yeah, I know you said that, Catra, I think, was
Catra was better, and Trapta was better, and there was certain things I would say, the writing was better in season 2, and I did get positives.
So here's the thing. I have found out, as the guy that watches the numbers closely, unfortunately, you guys say that you want more positive news, but you don't actually watch those videos. I'm being honest. I think a lot of it is, people are upset about things that are happening to their favorite franchises, and they're looking for other people to commiserate with, and we're upset too with things that have happened, Star Wars and different animated series and comic books and video games, and just kind of how corporations have taken these things that we loved. I mean, we just did a video last night talking about Dungeons and Dragons becoming a lifestyle brand, and at some point you kind of have to, I guess, sift through the turd to find.
I was going to say we're going to find the corn and give it to you.
We're gonna give you some of the corn.
That's
that we found.
Your favorite analogy, it seems. Is to find the kernel and the poop. So
because that's what it feels like. It does.
No, it doesn't. It's a nasty
like,
analogy, but you keep wanting to use it.
But I love it. Sometimes we'll throw videos like this out there. We'll be like, "Hey, oh God, we watched Shang-Chi. Oh my God, guys!" And nobody actually watches the video because we actually gave the movie a pretty good review.
Yep, I actually said that was one of the things that wasn't bad in 2021.
Yeah, people focus on the fact that we were bashing Masters of the Universe Revelation, and really our issue with that had more to do with the bait and switch and the lie and all that.
Our opinion hasn't changed.
It hasn't changed, but the CGI Masters of the Universe show, I've said repeatedly, is very good. Actually did a video review of it, reviewed the toys, reviewed the toys. And nobody gave a shit.
No. Well, I'll tell you what, though. The Toys Revelation are good, too.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
the toys are good.
Yeah, the toys are good. We actually had someone send us a Skelegod, and the toy designs are good. The toys are good. In fact, I would say that the Masterverse toy line is some of the best Masters of the Universe toys we've ever gotten, and we have a lot of characters coming in from different incarnations, but started with Revelations. I'm not buying Tila, but the other ones are okay. The He-Man Skeletor looked pretty good.
But you weren't buying them. You said not to, but yeah.
Yeah, but they're going to branch out into like She-Ra in 2002, I guess. I'm sure she's not brushable.
Damn it.
So we're going to talk about all this stuff. Kind of, this is just kind of a very cursory look at some of the stuff we've liked this year. And again, there is good stuff out there. There's a lot of good independent stuff out there. There are a lot of good independent games out there. Smaller profile shows. Like I remember when, speaking of She-Ra, when She-Ra came out on Netflix, the marketing for that show was so aggressive that it overtook the, Hilda, which was a fantastic show, and also The Dragon Prince, which was a fantastic show. And because, they just marketed the hell out of She-Ra and all the drama was around, how they had changed everything, you miss these other shows. So it's really unfortunate. Anyway, before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Almost 250,000. Almost 250,000. Couple hundred away if you guys could hit the subscribe button. We were hoping to get to 250 by New Year's, but I don't think it's going to happen. However, we greatly appreciate the support you guys have given us over the last couple of years.
Yes.
We never thought we'd get this far.
No.
To be honest, I've said that before, and it's true. I thought, well, we might hit 5,000 or 10,000 subs. But you guys have been fantastic, and we try to give you the straight dope. And you don't have to agree with us. It doesn't matter how often we say that, though.
Just don't say straight dope again.
Straight dope. See, that's my dad.
No, just don't.
My dad persona coming out here. I'm gonna put my hat on backwards.
God, you did. Don't.
Now I look like Kevin Smith.
No, you look like an idiot.
Giving you the straight dope.
You look like an idiot. Put it back.
Anyway,
there you go.
There we go. So anyway, we'll talk about some of the stuff we like. Now, I want to point out, before we get into it any further, we're going to have some changes here next year. And we do have a more positive YouTube channel out there. The Clownfish Studios channel. We're going to be putting more gaming content, more art content, more reviews. This is actually where we put the reviews for the Ghostbusters toys. And we're going to be doing more positive stuff over there.
I forgot about the Pokemon, rejected Pokemon. Was it the Depressed Shell?
Depressed Shell, sad toys, yeah. Anyway, I will put a link to that out there in the comments section. You can check that out. Other good news before we get into some of the specific shows we liked, the Bubbly Steve plushies came in.
Yes, and they fixed the smile.
They did. They fixed his smile. People were complaining that he looked like he had seen some stuff. And I did say to them, I said, hey, could you make him smile?
Bubbly Steve has seen some stuff.
He has seen some stuff, but he was smiling. Lots of people sending pictures. Unfortunately, I don't have them all pulled up, but I thought the merman one was pretty badass. Everybody likes to be mounted by a merman.
No.
Except me.
No, I don't either.
Anyway.
Why do you do that anyway?
What do you want to talk about first? Because we got a lot of
there's so much that was good this year. Well, let's go with some movies. We had things that were good. We had Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah, which I mean, it made tons of money at the box office,
and it was good.
It was good.
We had Ghostbusters Afterlife was good.
Yeah, that was actually Sony. As much as we dunk on them for some of their decisions with PlayStation, like with the movies, and we've said this repeatedly, they did really good this year.
Venom was good.
Venom 2, Afterlife, and Spider-Man were all fan-pleasing movies.
They were good. I didn't see Dune. People said that was really good, though. We didn't get to watch it.
I missed it. It was on HBO Max for like a month. And by the time I got around to maybe possibly, people were like, you need to see Dune. I'm like, I have seen so many versions of Dune. Even the sci-fi one actually had it. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to sit through another Dune.
I don't really
I'll get to it eventually. A lot of things people are going to, I guarantee I'm going to hear, did you watch Arcane yet? No. I haven't. It's definitely on my list. I haven't gotten to it yet.
Demon Slayer, the Mugen Train.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
This is another one that, this took people by surprise. Fan-pleasing movie, made a ridiculous amount of money at the box office. And, I've been saying before, it does seem like the pendulum is kind of swinging, back to at least center, because we are seeing more and more fan-pleasing movies coming out and making lots of money, being financially rewarded. The studio is being rewarded for that. And even with, Ghostbusters, Afterlife did much better than people thought it was gonna do. It
did.
And the studios listened. They
Even
were
with
rewarded.
the media trying to take it down.
Yeah. So I think that's one takeaway from this year is it does feel like the studios are like, okay, shit's getting real. We got to go back to making money. What do we do?
Pretty much, because they're going to have to if they're going to continue to stay, profitable. I'm trying to think of other things that were good this year. I know there's a bunch of K-dramas I liked. We'll get to that in a bit. What else did you have that you want to talk about?
Well, it's so weird too because it's weird. We talked about Shang-Chi. I call him Shang-Chi because his name's Sean.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi. And, look, we put out there what the box office predictions were for the movie, and we actually went and watched the movie, and it wasn't terrible. You liked it more than I did, but I can't say it was a bad movie.
Well, you said the same thing about the CGI He-Man. You thought for sure it was going to suck.
Yeah.
And then it didn't, and you said, hey, it's actually pretty good.
There were a couple of times this year I was really surprised. I thought for sure I would hate something. And I was like, shit, let's rip the Band-Aid off, including the CGI He-Man. The day it came out, I'm like, I know people are going to ask me about this, so I'm going to watch it. And I watched it, and I'm like, yeah, this is really different from classic He-Man, but they were very upfront that this was a reimagining, and it's a quality show, And it was very low-key. They weren't out there slamming on the fans preemptively or anything. It was just kind of like, oh, yeah, by the way, we're going to sneak this show out.
Yeah.
It was actually really good.
Yeah, and it worked. What else do we like? There were some different documentaries. Oh, the Jungle Cruise wasn't bad.
Jungle Cruise?
It was Pirates of the Caribbean-esque.
It was functional.
But it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't terrible.
I'm trying to think what else we talked about for movies.
Can't even keep track of which year is which now. I can't tell if something came out in 2020 or 2021. Almost forgotten about the Snyder Cut. Like, you want to talk about fan-pleasing moment, like, in walking it back, like, we got the Snyder Cut this year. It was actually pretty good. And I know people are going to disagree, but we actually thought it was pretty good.
We liked it. We're talking about things we liked in 2021.
Yeah, so you're allowed to disagree. Whatever. The Suicide Squad, unrelated. Like, I did not like the first Suicide Squad movie, but I loved the Suicide Squad.
I didn't really pay attention to either one, so.
It was ultra violent, and I don't think you
I heard it in the background off and on, but that's about it.
Yeah, so I kept thinking for some reason that this year's been long. I kept thinking the Snyder Cut came out last year, and it came out, there was just a lot of drama around it last year because, how dare you give in to the man babies?
Yeah.
And, we heard the same thing with Afterlife, and we
heard the same thing with most things. Godzilla versus Kong was okay. I like other Godzilla movies better, but it still wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. I did like King of the Monsters a lot better. As far as the American Godzilla movies go, I think that's actually my favorite. But it was okay. It was okay. Like I said, we're seeing more entertainment just existing to entertain people again this year, especially. And I think maybe the pandemic does play into it somewhat because they're like, people just want to have fun. They
do.
They just want to be entertained, And
they don't want politics shoved into everything.
No.
Shadowbinders came out.
It did.
In 2021. The book 2 and everything.
Came out a long time ago. But yeah, you can pick that up if you go to shopclownfish.com.
I know, there are some different documentaries that we had liked. We liked the Playing with Power was actually pretty good.
Yeah, we gave a really good review to that. And it's so weird. I watched Playing with Power, and then I watched tried to watch the Netflix video game series. And this one was so much better.
It was.
And they got so much right. And even they have the Man versus Food guy is trying to do.
Oh yeah, it was like they do the toys that built America or something.
So it's like the food that built America and the toys that made us, but they kind of combined it. But they did like a Nintendo.
But they got stuff that was wrong.
It was all wrong. It was like there was so much about that was wrong. This is actually really good. This is Sean Astin was a producer on it, and even though Will Wheaton's in it for about 30 seconds. It's
longer than that, but yeah.
Probably one of the best video game documentaries I've ever seen. It was on Crackle.
Speaking of which, 8-Bit Christmas was good.
Yeah, I've got that one here too. Yeah, this movie is actually really good. It is literally a Christmas story with video games.
It's really good though.
But it was really
Even
good.
the kids said about how good it was, and we had to twist their arm to watch it.
Yeah, they didn't want to watch it.
No.
First. They're like, I don't watch your old man movies about your old man video games.
And your old man life.
Your old man life. Because I would have been, we would have been like this kid's age, when all this happened. So it's like, back in the day.
Back in my day.
It's funny because I remember living in the 80s and thinking how, how technologically advanced we were in the 80s and 90s. Like, wow, we're living in the future. That's like 30 years ago.
Hey, but that was the
40 years
last
ago.
time that people weren't creatively bankrupt. So there's that.
There is that. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's like we got to the end of the record and it just started skipping. And now we just constantly are regurgitating better stuff. Mm-hmm. Speaking of stuff from the 80s and 90s, and HBO Max, like so we got the Snyder Cut, and we got 8-Bit Christmas, and we got their Beanie Mania documentary.
Now, we like documentaries because they're interesting. We see them much. There's something we're interested in. And this one was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. There was a lot of drama.
There was.
Going on behind the scenes with the Beanie Baby bubble. And, it's funny because it was basically all kind of started with a bunch of Karens from a cul-de-sac and blew up into this national thing. And then the company turned on the Karens and started suing the Karens. And it was like, oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, it's got everything. You're thinking, oh, it's just Beanie Babies. No. There's like this whole like backstory and backstabbing drama. And
yeah.
It's like, what was the one with the housewives or whatever? It's like Desperate Housewives Beanie Baby edition.
Oh my God, yeah. They do good documentaries though. I mean, we watched, I think it was last year, the Action Park documentary was pretty good.
Oh, that was pretty good actually.
And then the McMillions, that was HBO.
Oh yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting too. That wasn't a 2021 thing.
I can't tell.
It wasn't a 2021 thing, I don't think.
From 2019 to current day, I have no idea.
It's all blends together. It's just like, what happened?
The longest year ever.
It's like waking up from 2019 and it's like, where am I?
And the thing is this is actually going to be an HBO documentary someday. I guarantee
Probably.
it.
What, our show?
No.
I guarantee it.
The pandemic life, like what we did during the pandemic.
I know one. We didn't pull a picture up for it. Pig Royalty.
Oh, I forgot about Pig Royalty.
Nugget. We need the continuation of Nugget.
People were like, what the hell's a nugget? He's a little chubby kid with a big belt buckle.
But Pig Royalty was just like, it was like a soap opera and about pigs and people who raise them.
People who show pigs. Yeah, it was best in show, like with the dogs, but except just figure that, but in real life and with pigs.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good.
That was
I
on
haven't seen that.
Discovery?
I don't remember what the heck it was. I don't know. I watched there were some different K-dramas I did this year that I thought were good. Like, there was like Doom at Your Service, which is this one. And then the Uncanny Counter. Technically, it was 2020, but it went into 2021.
Okay.
I saw it in 2021 mostly. That was a good one. They had, let me think. There was like Sell Your Haunted House. That was one of them. Oh, yeah, there it is. That was one that was good. And then they had, now I can never pronounce it. It's like my roommate's, it's Nine-Tailed Fox, but I'm not going to try to butcher what they call it. It's like I don't know.
Okay, is that his tail around her neck?
Well, I don't think it's actually his tail around her neck.
Okay.
Not in the show.
Is he choking?
It was actually really good. Even though I have knobs like that in my house. See the knobs? I have ones like that.
The knobs. Okay, I thought that was...
No, it wasn't a euphemism.
Yeah.
But those were all good shows I watched this year. I didn't get to watch a lot of K-dramas this year because I've been busy. But those ones I did get to watch, and those were all good. I like those quite a bit.
Yeah, that's what people, they keep saying, hey, you need to watch this, you need to watch that, you need to play this, you need to play that. I'm like, okay, you're telling me I need to go play a video game that's going to take me 40 hours to get through. Where am I going to find the time for that?
Yeah, that's true.
It's like I try, but a lot of games I play are... or shows I watch usually are ones that don't have a huge time investment. Mm-hmm. Like I'll watch something if it's a couple episodes or if it's a movie, but if it's like, okay, you need to go binge 8 seasons of this show and then tell me what you think, I'd be like...
We can't do it. We don't have time.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't usually happen. I'm trying to think what else we liked this year. We liked the Animal Crossing DLC.
Yeah, that was actually, I was going to bring that up on the Studios channel because we play a lot of Animal Crossing. Mm-hmm. And if you want to see Animal Crossing...
Yeah, him and Squeaking do voices and everything.
With funny really voices.
Funny. Squeaking's hilarious.
We've got a lot of videos
Pinky Boo does stuff on there too.
Yep, she likes her horror games.
She's going to have the new Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Yeah, that one's ready to go.
It'll be posted soon too. So there's a lot of stuff we liked. This one. You went nuts for this.
Lots of good manga this year. Yeah, I've actually been picking up a lot of Viz's manga. They've been putting out hardcovers. I love this. The Akira Toriyama's Manga Theater. It's his early stuff. And it's this beautiful, like 670-page hardcover.
It is. It's really nice.
For like $35. Mm-hmm. So it's actually really good value. And yeah, I haven't found too much to get excited about in mainstream comics this year. I don't think I've bought any mainstream comics this year. I bought independent books and I bought manga, and that's basically it. But the thing is there's more out there to watch, read, play than any person can do in a lifetime. Like
pretty much.
Just because all the big franchises are letting you down doesn't mean that there aren't alternatives.
Something else, right? Exactly. So there's all kinds of good stuff. I know we're missing a lot of good stuff because we're trying to remember, and there's just so much of it.
And again, I can't tell what year we're on. So it's like, was that this year, last year? I don't know.
Maybe this for next year, if we're going to do what we like the most, we should maybe make a list as we go, and that way we don't forget.
Yeah, we could do that. So, anyway, we'll, I guess, wrap this one up.
Yep. So, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Other than, the awful news about Betty White.
Yeah, go watch some balls drop. Yeah, and you know what I mean. Right?
Were you waiting the whole time to say that?
No, I wasn't. It just came out wrong.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.